What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Rebel Racing Network. I'm Eddie Smith, and we are at Darlington tonight in the Arca series. We get ready to get this thing rolling. They are already gridding up, so let's jump right into it. As Darlington gonna make it gonna be a lot of fun tonight. I'm expecting a great race, as always seems to happen here at Darlington. Let's go ahead and get the grid up for the Chuck Peg Leg Pole Award winner. It's Andy Kurtz on the front row with 30.417. Jonathan Cofield on the outside of the front row, starting second. Starting third, Garrett Kinder. Starting fourth, Michael Kostick. Starting fifth, Tyler Rice. Starting sixth, Michael Nash. Starting seventh, Aaron the Cheese Johnson. Starting eighth, Thomas Sly. Glad to have you, Thomas. Stephen McDonald starting ninth. Starting 10th, Jason Lawtridge. Starting 11th, Daniel D. Cunningham. What does the D stand for? You're going to find out tonight. As starting 12th, Brandon Wallace. Starting 13th, Matt Clement. Starting 14th, Chuck Peg Leg Feltz. Starting 15th, Brandon Pollitt. Starting 16th, Aaron Tiny Adcock. Starting 17th, William the Dozer Griffith. Starting 18th, Mickey Isaac. Starting 19th, Todd Schott. Starting 20th, Charles Stevens Jr. 21st, Greg Barnett. And 22, Dave Buckshot Jones. That is your unsponsored grid. We'll call it the Warren's Driver Training Grid. This is the Warren's Driving Etiquette series. We call it the Rebel Arca series. And we're going to call it the most competitive series in the series. As we're getting close to the playoff time here in the Arca series, so we're going to see a lot of guys trying to get their win tonight and punch their ticket to the playoffs. There's a lot of drivers who would love to have a win. Of course, we've had a lot of first-time winners. Only one person has multiple wins. That's Jonathan Cofield. Not surprising there. He's going to look to try to extend that out to 3. But right now, your points, Michael Kostick with an average finish of second place. Currently, your point standings leader. Of course, that'll all change once playoff starts in about 3 weeks. So, interested to see how it's all going to play out. Right now, it's Kostick, Cofield, Alan Wernicke, Stephen McDonald, and Brandon Pollock, your top 5 in points. But you got guys like Jason Warren, Greg Froelich, Garrett Kinder, guys who have wins, who can find themselves in the playoffs. So, got some guys looking to get a win tonight. Andy Kurtz, love to get that thing into victory lane. And doing a good job of it. Starting out front, pace car pulls off. We are getting ready to go green. 100 laps here, 4 sets of tires, 70% fuel. And Barney got the green flag in hand, and green flag is out. Andy Kurtz able to clear that first row, and Cofield, Garrett Kinder thought about maybe going side by side, but decided to get single file. That's the thing at Darlington. You got to get single file. You really don't want to be side by side, especially early in the race. As we go up front, watch this battle. The track position gonna mean a lot. Not too much. It's pretty easy to pass here if you're better. You're gonna see a lot of coming and going, as you got to be damn near perfect on each corner of the track. Of course, if you've never seen the Darlington Raceway, well, this is what it looks like right here. You see, it's kind of a weird shape. One corner very, very long, and then one really, really a little bit more acute. So, got to drive each corner differently. Turn 1, you drive down into the corner, let a car push up to the wall, ride that wall, and then come down off the corner and get that huge run down the back straightaway. Turn 3 and 4, you want to get up against that wall and try to keep your momentum up. You see how they cut down at the end of this one. Get right there to the wall. You see that 5 car all but sideways, and they should go right up to the wall. Run that high line. That's going to be the ticket tonight. Big keys to the race. Stay out of the wall. Don't get your donuts early. You do have a faster pair So you will be able to make use of that if you need to, but don't want to use it early, man. Just try to save your stuff, stay up to the front. Tire saving is going to be super important as Darlington's going to eat the tires up. So you got to do a good job of keeping the tires. See Michael Costa get into the wall there. You want to you want to keep your track position the best you can, but you also don't want to burn those tires up. This will eat it up. So you're going to see guys come down getting 4 tires any chance they can get. And another thing, cautions are going to be tough to come by. Darlington, the iRacing trigger for caution is only in the racing groove, so a lot of people will wreck down to the inside, and that will not bring out a caution. So you're going to see a lot of green flag race tonight as we watch this battle for first place. As Cofield looking fast, looking ready to strike, not wanting to just wait around. He's ready to go. So difficult to make a pass, as like I said, you have to use the track. You see how they go down in the inner end on the bottom, go up to the top, and exit on the bottom. That's a 1-lane track for the most part. And so you really have to set the driver up off the corner. You see Cofield going to try to make the pass in the entry of the corner. It's going to be real difficult to do that. You're going to have to make a move on exit. And boy, these guys are sliding around already. Love to see it. Cofield definitely showing a lot of speed here. That 13 is joining the mix as we are on lap 7 of 100. Gosh, I love Darlington. One of the best racetracks on the service. Every vehicle that you drive here seems to be really fun. You don't see a whole lot of I don't know if there's a car on the service that doesn't drive good here. Normally you'll have some that are a little bit better than others at certain tracks, but here at Darlington, the trucks run good, the Xfinity car runs good, the next gen runs good, and of course this car right here runs great here. So we watch Cofield look down to the inside off the corner, not quite able to do it. The run that you get off the top, just too good. Garrett Kinder falling back to the clutches of Michael Kostick. Yeah, let's go check out some racing through the field. Let's go look at 21 of Aaron Johnson. Started in 7th place. Moved himself up into the 6th place. He is currently looking to run down Tyler Rice. You know, if you're looking for somebody who is most improved, I got to tell you, Tyler Rice has shown so much improvement here lately on the oval, short tracks. I mean, short tracks, he is very competitive. He is starting to find the speed that you need to run up front, and that progression has happened pretty quickly. So looking forward to see what Tyler Rice can do. Right now he's running in the 5th place. He's going to try to hold off the 21 of Aaron Johnson, but so far so good for the 6 machine. Checking up front, make sure we're not missing a battle. We aren't. Cofield's still trying to figure out a way to get around Andy Kurtz. I'm sure that's a battle that we'll see all night long. Let's go check in on our new guy, Thomas Sly, in that 86 Black Rifle Coffee machine. He is down a couple spots from where he started, but just trying to keep that car clean. Let a couple guys go. Try to make it up later in the run. Like I said, you're going to see a lot of green flag racing. Gosh, I've seen cars just sitting sideways in the middle of the track, and no caution come out here at Darlington. So you can't rely on a caution. You got to keep that car straight, avoid contact with the wall and other drivers. Going to be super important tonight. See everybody kind of getting single filed out as this track a lot like a road course, man. You don't spend too much time racing each other. You got to get those passes done quick and get back into the groove. This track's all about, in real life, it's all about making it to the end. You got to Run on that razor edge all race long, but you got to be there when it counts. And this track will eat you up. We're going to see a lot of right side scraped up before the end of this one. Andy Kurtz, though, right now, as we get to lap 14, doing a great job of holding off the 58. 58 is going to have to get it. Oh, and he does. He gets a nice little run there, but you see that bobble lose a little bit of speed. I think he would have had the run there that time. That's what he's got to do. It's going to be tough no matter what. Oh, this makes it a lot easier when the 5 gets into the wall, can't get off the wall. The 58, Jonathan Coville takes the lead there as Andy Kurtz gets into the wall, kind of gets stuck to it. And is able to get it off the wall and hang on to that second position. Garrett Kinder was coming. Just so much fun watching these guys come off the corners. Some of them sideways. Check in on the commissioner himself, running that 99 blue Warren driver training Reaper racing machine. Looking forward here to Matt Clement. Currently battle for 15th position. Having to lift here off the corner. You see actually Matt Clement getting a little bit close to the wall. That's kind of the trick, is to go down into the corner. Keep it up to the wall if you can. You see Brandon Wallace going to try pass off the corner. Got to be real careful here. As we're going to go side by side into turn 1. Brandon Wallace is going to go real low, has to get out of it a little bit. That's going to allow Matt Clement to keep the throttle up. And now here comes Todd Schott with a big run. Going to get into the wall, though, as Brandon Wallace lets off the gas, kind of let it go. But not able to make that pass. So that's one thing you got to learn. Got to learn when and where to make those passes. It's going to cost Brandon Wallace a lot of time here. He's going to lose about 3 or 4 positions. Let's look for some more battles on the track. Aaron Johnson able to get around Tyler Rice for that 7th position. Tyler Rice not letting him go, but they are both looking to try to keep up with Daniel. Oh, as Aaron Johnson gets into the wall. Dang, broadcaster curse getting him. As Tyler Rice is going to go back around the 21 machine. Just something you're going to be dealing with all night, guys. Going to be doing it all night, trying to get even a little bit more out of the cars. Try to find some speed. You're going to push the limits, and Darlington going to get you every time. Darlington stripes all over the place at the moment. Daniel Cunningham, right now, your biggest mover in that number 14 Rowdy Energy Ford. He is up 5 spots from where he started. So doing a great job. About 7.5 seconds off the lead. Speaking of lead, Jonathan Cofield, you see in this wide shot here, he is out on an island as he was able to get around Andy Kurtz and start to pull away a little bit. Andy trading blows as far as lap times. So, of course, Andy getting into the wall kind of hurt him. But going to get ready for green flag pit stops at some point. If we make it another 25 laps or so, get to lap 50, we're going to see the window open. But you could see the window open a little bit earlier. I can't imagine doing it, knowing how bad the tires would be. If I pitted on lap 30 and tried to drive 70 laps here at Darlington on a set of tires, that would be a lot to ask. So you might see somebody try it, but I would imagine I'm expecting folks to come down pit road for scheduled pit stops right around lap 50. But we'll see. There's 70% fuel, so the fuel is a little bit low. But I would imagine there's plenty to go 50. But we'll find out together. So far, everybody playing nice. We go back here. Got this battle between Chuck, Brandon Wallace, Greg Barnett. Right behind them, Charles Stevens, Mickey Isaac, and Matt Clement falling back quite a bit. We saw him up there right in front of Brandon Wallace, so may have gotten a little bit into the wall. We'll see that right side as he comes off the corner. And you see that 19 looks a little bit scraped up. Hopefully, he remembered to turn his fast repair on. Check in on this little battle up here. Good grief. 4 cars. See Aaron Adcock in that Monster Energy Chevrolet. Stephen McDonald right behind him. Thomas Sly and Brandon Pollock. And then Aaron Johnson right in front of him. So Aaron Johnson must have some damage as he has fallen back quite a bit. We saw him getting to the wall pretty hard. You know, you're using that right front so much. It's a security blanket between you and knocking the wall down. And if you ever get into the wall or get that right front a little bent in, a little toe damage, man, it makes it very difficult to get around this track because you really need to use those front tires to turn off the corner. So gonna be tough for Aaron Johnson. Gonna have to get in there, get some repairs, but not tough for the 23 of Aaron Adcock, man. He is scooting up 7 positions. William Griffith also up quite a bit. See Aaron Johnson getting to the wall again. Oh, and Thomas Sly going to get a little bit of the wall. So tires starting to really fall off 28 laps into this race. So right now it's how much did you save? How much of your car did you save? I mean, there's a lot of moving going on right here. As guys who save the tires properly are going to start moving ahead. And then, oh, see Brandon Pollock jump down to the inside of Stephen McDonald as they fight side by side. Pollock going to get that position without much trouble at all. Pretty good little pass there. I like that. Daniel Cunningham in that 14 white and red car. Starting to run these guys down. Tyler Rice going to get to the wall. Tries to block the inside. Daniel Cunningham takes that position. Looks like Tyler kind of backed off a little bit initially, but then tried to fight back a little bit on the inside, but going to have to let that position go. So move Daniel Cunningham up to 6th place. Hadn't talked too much about Michael Nash here in the Valvoline 27, but he started 6th. He's made up a couple spots. Garrett Kender falling back a little bit. May have gotten in the wall a little bit, burned his tires up. Saw him up there with the leaders, but got a lot to make up. Right in front of him, Michael Kostick. These Bandit Motorsports guys are not playing around, man. This season they have come to fight for championships, fight for race wins. Tonight, 1-2 finish. Jonathan Cofield takes the Grand National race at Red Bull Ring at the road course with a dominating performance, really. Michael Kostick had a lot of speed, got into an issue with a lap car, that put him behind the 8 ball. I think had he been able to start up near the front, I think he'd be the winner. But either way, 1-2 finish, pretty good for Bandit. Aaron Johnson brings the 21 Citgo car down pit road. We saw him with some issues. You see that right side all kind of pancaked in, so Darlington stripes already being handed out. So he comes down pit road. Check in on our leader, Jonathan Cofield, out to a 2.9 second lead over Andy Kurtz. And then it's 3 seconds back to Michael Kostick and 2 seconds back to Michael Nash. So everything kind of spread out right now for the top 5. Jonathan Cofield, man, just planting his flag here in this series as one of the contenders. Only one with multiple wins. And if it stays green, he stays out of trouble. He could be the kind of set himself apart from the field. We talk about it every week. He's got his eyeball on this championship. Every week he comes ready to go. He has not been lacking at any racetrack this year. Gotten into some issues from time to time that may be his fault, may not be his fault. I don't quite remember. But when he's on, he's on. Right now he is flying. Last lap, faster than anybody else on the track. Michael Nash close behind as far as speed. We got ourselves a mess right here as Tyler Rice going around Garrett Kinder, or is Garrett Kinder, Garrett Kinder disappears for a second. And you got William Griffith. Aaron Adcock has finally made his way up through here. Was able to get around Daniel Cunningham. Aaron Adcock on the move. So is William Griffith, man. With last couple weeks, I don't know. I don't know if he got a raise at work or what, but Griff, man, has really turned on the heat tonight in the Grand National race. Was running up front at a road course, doing a great job. I've seen Griff be fast in a lot of places. So, man, 4 cars here battling side by side. Griff and the 12 and 13. They are going at it. Neither one of them wanting to do anything. Is Aaron Adcock looking to maybe try to make it 3 wide. That's something that you do not want to do. I can't. Oh, as 13 gets into the wall, 12 looks like he might get into the wall too. Aaron Adcock goes all the way down to the apron. It's like, hey, I don't know about all this. Ratchet Baylor says Eddie ignoring folks again. I don't know. At least you're not looking out the side window this time. Man, this is a great little battle right here. This is all for position, guys, trying to navigate this. Aaron Adcock definitely seems to be faster in this little group, but being faster and making the passes, man, that's 2 totally different things. So you got to be careful. Don't want to push the issue too much, especially guys battling here. Want to be patient. Yeah, they've got quite a bit of time to catch the drivers in front of them, so no rush in trying to get this done if you're the 23, who definitely seems like he is a good bit faster. Just need to choose his times and make his moves. Ooh, 12 going to get into the wall a little bit. That may be what the 23 machine needs. It goes down to the inside, side by side, neck and neck here for the 7th position. Griff just drives that joker down in the corner into turn 1. It's important to be able to get that high line. So Aaron Adcock not able to do it. This little battle that's going on is keeping Daniel Cunningham right there. Oh, Michael Kostick has crashed. Oh, my goodness. The 3 car smoking. Michael Kostick, your points leader, has had some sort of issue as it showed him trying to maybe get into pit lane. Let's go back and see if we can see what happened to the 3 car. It's Michael Kostick here as we watch him go down into this corner. Don't know if he was trying to get on pit road or what was going on. It dives down to the inside, trying to get on pit road, and gets that. Oh, just not able to make it. Oh, right in the barrels. Oh, that's so tough for the 3 machine. See what happened. Oh, yeah, he was definitely a little surprised by how quickly that entrance came up. And, man, that's a tough deal. Right in the barrels. That's a tough deal for Michael Kostick. He's back on the track, though, with the faster pair, so he should be able to get this thing going. Not the worst thing that could happen if you're the 3 car. Should everything cycle back through, he's going to be behind the 8 ball quite a bit, but it could have been a whole lot worse. So I think he turned out pretty good right there. Just need to stay out of trouble for the rest of the race. Jonathan Cofield comes down pit road, gives up the lead. Ratchet Miller says he's going to call me out because I've been ignoring Ratchet Miller, and it got in my feels. Well, you know, it happens. Definitely don't want to ignore you there, Ratchet. Last week I was focusing on winning a race. May not have been able to pay attention to chat. But Andy Kurtz comes down pit road. You know, if I could get Ratchet Miller up in the booth, you wouldn't be ignored then. That'd probably be too much fun, I would imagine. Andy Kurtz coming down pit road, going to give up the lead as Jonathan Cofield definitely has the right strategy right now, coming in pit as early as possible. Take advantage of those brand new tires. We'll see what his lap time is. Right now, a lot of guys lapping in the lower 33s as Jonathan Cofield crossed the line. We'll see what his lap time is. But their early lap times are in the mid-30s. So 30.53 is his best lap. So that's 3 seconds faster on new tires. So if you ain't come down pit road yet, you better go, because Cofield and Kurt's going to put a hurting on you. And they're not going a lap down, so that also helps. At least I don't think they are. Aaron Adcock coming down pit road. You look at the speed difference here on that 58 machine as he gets right to the back bumper of Chuck Phelps. And you see the distance the 58 is going to put on Chuck as he gets by him. New tires making a huge difference. We got 4 sets, so one that you start on, and 3 more in the pits. So that's set number 1. Darren Adcock, Todd Schott are now on pit road, getting their 4 tires and fuel. And if we stay green, you can make it the rest of the race. But, man, right now you want to take care of your tires the best you can and have a little bit there to the end. Garrett Kinder, your current leader in the 13, playing the long game. Going to try to maybe run this out. And as soon as I say that, he goes down pit road, see if he can make that pit road entry. We saw Kostick have issue getting down into the barrels, but he's able to do it. William Griffith going to follow him. Daniel Cunningham say, stay out, lead a lap. Those guys love to see a caution right now, but like we said at the start of the race, caution going to be hard to come by. Brandon Wallace doing his patented stay out strategy. Brandon Wallace is going to run it all the way to the end of his fuel most of the time. And Greg Barnett brings the 38 Chevrolet down pit road, get 4 tires. So you race on track. My goodness, Jonathan Cofield is in a gaggle of cars right here he's trying to make through. That's going to hold him up quite a bit. As, man, look at that. You see that 58 machine right there, just in all kinds of lap traffic. Guys going to try to, I mean, they're racing for position. It's going to be tough for him to navigate this. That's going to allow Andy Kurtz maybe make up a little bit of time as guys head down pit road. But Andy Kurtz about 4 seconds back of Jonathan Cofield, 4.5. So Cofield did a great job getting on and off pit road. Andy Kurtz actually made up a little bit of time, but gonna have to find a little bit of speed on the track to make it happen. Kevin Kendrick trying to get Nightbot to get him for the emote spam. Y'all better watch out. Aaron Adcock, well, he's running in 8th place, but he is about to go a lap down. He has pitted. But, man, Cofield is putting the hurt on him. Darlington, man, one of those tracks that has a lot of separation between drivers. Even drivers that are close in skill level, you can find yourself in a bad spot because just the consistency to run the fast same laps every time is so difficult. You'll see a lot of guys kind of pendulum swing lap times back and forth. And if you can hit it where you can be consistent at Darlington and fast, you can put some hurting on guys. There's just so much skill required. It's like, when do I pass? You know, making a pass at the right time, making the move at the right time, dealing with traffic. All these things is what makes Darlington so much fun and so great. As you see, the 58 is hanging the rear end out as Andy Kurtz is closing in about 4 seconds now as Cofield dealing with his lap traffic. Cofield probably has the rear tires kind of heated up at this point. So needs to take care of that just for a few laps, not let that get out of hand, as it could be very, very difficult to keep those tires under you off the corner as you're trying to rotate that car. Andy Kurtz now 3.5 seconds back, so he is definitely catching a look-see. Right there, you see the last couple laps has been almost a second in 2 laps. But Cofield not going to have an easy time. I mean, you know, a lot of times if you lap folks at the back of the field, you know, if the skill difference is enough, might move over and just let you go. But as you start lapping up into the top 10, these guys not willing to just roll over. They're gonna fight you. So Cofield gonna have a whole lot of work to do to get around some of these guys, especially Aaron Adcock, Tyler Rice, William Griffith. Not gonna be an easy task. Oh, as Cofield's gonna get to the wall a little bit, able to get it off the wall though, as he's still in the wall. Boy, he is starting to fall apart here. As you see that Darlington stripe on the right side of that 58 machine. Andy Kurtz just slowly reeling him in. Of course, Andy's got to worry about these lap cars as well. It's not going to be easy for him, but it's going to be a lot easier than it would be for Jonathan Cofield. Cofield going to go around Tyler Rice, like Tyler Rice had to get out of it. So Cofield now has 5 cars between him and Andy Kurtz. And this race is going to be over in almost no time. It's almost to lap 60. Going to have about 40 laps to go. All green flag racing so far. 7 cars on the lead lap. And Jonathan Cofield knocking on the door of putting Aaron Adcock a lap down. spot behind the leader. We got drivers fighting for position. Chuck Phelps is like maybe a couple laps down or something. I'm not real sure, as he is running in the 19th position. But then you got Thomas Sly, Steve McDonald there, 68-86. The one is quite a few laps down. So a lot going on right now. Checking on Jason Lottridge, Charles Seaton Jr. Charles made up a few spots from where he started, but slowly making his way up there. You see the 3 car of Michael Kostick. He's currently running in the 4th position, but you see the tire differences. He did pitted on lap 40, so good bit of difference. He's going to try to hold these guys off. Go check in on Michael Nash. Somebody we haven't talked about much this season. I think he just started not too long ago. And but he's showing a lot of speed tonight. He's about 13, 14 seconds off the leader, but you see that in real life. 3rd place will be way far behind. As Cofield, Kurtz, they kind of seem to be the two that got it figured out. And but Michael Nash about 4 seconds ahead of Michael Kostick. Got fresher tires, so should be able to extend that that interval, and looking really good for a 3rd place finish. So excited to maybe talk to somebody new, man. Get some new meat up in here. I like it. And I know Ratchet Miller likes the meat. Go see if we got a battle here between William Griffith and Garrett Kinder in the 13. William Griffith's going to take the top 5 spot, the 5th position, away from the 13 as 13 gets into the wall again. Tough night for Garrett Kinder, man. He has gotten into the wall a few times. Really pushing this car to the limit. Not a surprise, though, as he has no issue sliding those rear tires. Well, after everything has kind of cycled out, all pit stops have pretty much been done. Jonathan Cofield, Andy Kurtz, and Michael Nash are top 3 by a long shot. Then you got Michael Kostick recovering after that wreck into the barrels. Might pull him up and talk to him about that, but it was recovered nicely and is currently running in the 4th position. William Griffith, Garrett Kinder, 5th and 6th. Aaron Adcock in the 7th position. Tyler Rice in 8th. Stephen McDonald in 9th, and Daniel Cunningham in 10th. So a lot of guys with really good pit stops, getting on and off pit road. Some guys not so much, but you see right there, these guys having to push because Jonathan Cofield is coming. As William Griffith, Garrett Kinder, and Aaron Adcock are in danger of going a lap down in just a few laps. He's currently having to battle here with Chuck Pegleg Phelps, trying to use those new tires to his advantage. And Chuck drives that joker in there as Cofield has to give up that position, but has extended the lead. Andy Kurtz was able to get to right around 2.5 seconds, but now that lead is back to almost 5 seconds. So, like I said, if you're Aaron Adcock, you're got to go. That 58 is on its way. Andy Kurtz going down pit road. I'm actually really surprised by this. I'm not really sure if this is, was necessary. I guess we'll find out what everybody else does, but I've seen some guys make it to lap 50. Not really sure. Maybe he hit the wall and knocked his toe out or something. I don't know. Car looks okay. I don't know if he feels like he's not able to run down Cofield. Going to try to do a two-stop strategy and use those fresh tires to advantage. I don't know. I don't know what the strategy is here. Car looks good. Don't see anything out of whack on that 5 machine. So yeah, not sure. I mean, some guys have been able to make it to lap 50. Don't know if fuel is going to be an issue or not. Something to consider. And we'll see what other guys do. But the 5 of Andy Kurtz coming down pit road to make a second pit stop. Now, only a few drivers made it to lap 50. Daniel Cunningham made it to 50. Brandon Wallace made it to 50. Jason Lottridge, Mickey Isaac, Charles Stevens Jr., and Chuck Pegler-Phelps made it to 50. So, if I had to guess, I would imagine that fuel, you have plenty enough fuel to make it on one stop. So I don't know. I don't know what Andy's doing. But here comes Michael Kostick. So maybe some folks can't make it on fuel. Interesting development. I mean, we've seen guys make it to lap 50. Daniel Cunningham, the first driver that pitted on lap 50. Yeah, everybody's coming down pit road, so they don't have enough fuel potentially to make it to the end of the race. So they're going to make it a two-stop race, come down on lap 71. And so we're going to have a little bit of fuel strategy play out here, I would imagine. Now the difference is going to be these guys coming down pit road, they identify they can't make it. So they can be in attack mode, so they can come out of pits and go as hard as possible and to the end of the race, where if you're trying to make it on one stop, you're going to have to be, kind of baby it. So we're going to see how this is going to play out with 30 laps to go. That's a long time, especially if you're saving fuel. But, if I'm Daniel Cunningham, let's go on board and see if we can hear it. And there it is. Clutching that thing, going into the corner, letting it roll. I think saving gas is an art that a lot of people don't put a lot of stock into, but if you're able to clutch it, roll, if you're just going to let off the gas anyway, might as well clutch it, turn the car off, save a little bit of gas. So Daniel Cunningham going for the Hail Mary here. So is Brandon Wallace. So we'll see if they're able to make it happen. See Brandon Pollock get into the wall there. So we'll see who's able to save as much gas right now. Daniel Cunningham did make it to lap 50. So Darren Adcock on pit road. The crazy thing about this is Cofield was lapping so fast that none of this is actually going to matter, because Jonathan Cofield comes out of pit road after making his second stop, and he is right behind the gas savers of Brandon Wallace and Daniel Cunningham. So looks like the one-stop strategy with the tire fall off the way that it is, not going to really matter too much. But man, Andy Kurtz has really cut into the lead of Jonathan Cofield. We saw him come down the pits first, and it is now a 1 second difference between those two. I think Andy maybe can make that difference up. We'll see. Both these drivers are going to have to get with it. But yeah, looks like Cofield going to be able to run down the 14 of Daniel Cunningham, who's trying to save fuel. I mean, he is just so much faster, almost 3 seconds faster a lap. So that's a big difference. So pretty cool strategy call. Like to see when it plays out, but here at Darlington with the tire fall off the way that it is, just not going to work out. As there goes Jonathan Cofield after taking his second stop. Cofield just so far ahead. Oh, he gets into the wall. Don't want to be doing that. Of course, Andy Kurtz loves to see it. Man, got to protect that. You can't make another pit stop. So, but Cofield, Andy Kurtz showing how dominant they've been, being able to make 2 stops, come out past these guys who just have made 1. So just making up so much time on the track. .23 laps to go. Right now, though, William Griffith is the leader. Now, how much have they been saving gas? Now, William Griffith, Garrett Kinder, they both pitted on lap 48. Was going more with Griff, who is definitely doesn't look like he's saving gas. I don't see any clutching or turning the car off. So I would imagine if those guys are saving who pitted on lap 50, he can't make it the whole way. So just hoping for a caution most likely. Oh, as he gets hard into the wall. So our leader hard into that outside wall. And he's going to bring it on down to pit road. A little bit too fast if he can make it not hit the barrels. He does. Going to give up the lead to Garrett Kinder, who is about 2 seconds ahead of Jonathan Cofield. But he still has to make a pit stop. And if not, he's definitely not going to be able to hold off that 58 machine. So, don't know what happened to Andy Kurtz. Andy Kurtz was right behind Jonathan Cofield, but now is about 2 seconds behind. So he had some sort of issue while we were watching Griff get into the wall. Thought we were going to see a little bit of strategy play out, but it looks like the strategy is definitely the 2-stop race. As Cofield now to the back bumper of the 13 with much fresher tires. Should make quick work of the 13. Battle for the lead here as 58 looking down to the inside. We're going to drive it down into the corner. Has the tire advantage. Not much the 13 can do there. You hear the 13 not able to stay on the throttle. Of course, what Garrett Kinder would love to see is a caution, because that would change everything, put him right back in the mix. But so far, caution-free, banking on a caution. Probably a caution that'll never come. So Jonathan Cofield back out to the lead, though. Being completely dominant. Has the right strategy, and is looking to take home his 3rd win of the season. Andy Kurtz was pretty close, had some sort of issue, and now is falling back. With only 17 laps to go, he's going to have to really find, is the double lock going to get into the wall? Oh, my goodness, and Todd Shop yanks it off the wall and almost into the right rear of the 58. Really close call there as my heart almost stopped. That's as good as a defibrillator right there. Thank you, Todd. Andy Kurtz now has caught the 13. Much fresher tires. Garrett Kinder last pitted on lap 48. So right before halfway, so he should still have to make a pit stop. Andy Kurtz able to get around him without much issue. But when you're as dominant as Jonathan Cofield, man, at this race tonight, it's hard to really build a strategy against somebody that laps up to 6th place, man. It's hard to really strategize against that kind of speed. Most everybody's been able to hit the same lap times that Cofield has, just not on a consistent basis. He's been able to consistently run faster than just about everybody. So. 14 laps to go here at Darlington. Of course, a caution would change everything. But I know a lot of guys would love to see it. If we can get Ratchet Miller in chat, man, maybe Mike can get us one. Michael Nash caught the 99 kind of getting past here. He's really trying to save fuel and make it to the end. Gonna turn out to be a pretty good strategy. He might come out of here with a top 10 before it's all said and done. A lot of guys seem to be going for a similar strategy behind him, so he should be able to, once Michael Kostick gets by him, should be able to continue on and make that work. So not necessarily maybe a race-winning strategy, but if you're trying to get a good finish, it may turn out all right. Oh, the 3 gets right on the back bumper. Kostick gets by without much issue at all. Move him up into the 6th position. After, man, I tell you what, that's a great recovery for the 3 car after we saw him trying to get on pit road, get that thing locked up right into the barrels, tore his car up. It was smoking. Luckily able to get down, get that fast repair, and is recovered really nice. Interesting to see where these guys who didn't take but one stop, see where they end up. Daniel Cunningham, with 9 laps to go, is running in 4th place. He already made it to lap 50. Should be able to make it to the end, assuming there's no green white checker, which would be detrimental to it, I'm sure. But currently running in 4th place, Michael Nash and Michael Kostick. Nash about 1.3 seconds back. Should catch him pretty quickly. Michael Kostick about 4 seconds back. He may not make it in time. So Daniel Cunningham may come out with a top 5 here on this strategy. So, like I said, maybe not a race-winning strategy, but trying to get a good finish may be the right call. Eight laps to go here for Jonathan Cofield. 7 now, as he's got a 7.7 lead, second lead over Andy Kurtz, and a 14.8 second lead over Garrett Kinder. So. Michael Nash able to make that pass on the 14 saving gas, so obviously going to be a not a whole lot of fight out of that 14. And like I said, we did not see Garrett Kinder really saving any fuel, and he pitted on lap 48, so I don't think he can make it either. But with 5 laps to go, I don't know. You know, we've seen Daniel Cunningham, Brandon Wallace literally clutching and maybe cutting their car off. But we haven't seen Kinder do that. But with 4 laps to go, he definitely doesn't look like he's interested in pitting. So he may make this strategy work really well and actually pull it off, get that podium finish. He's got about 4.5 seconds cushion before Michael Nash gets to him. Mike Kostick able to catch that 14 machine and take over that 5th place, get that top 5 position. Cofield takes 2 laps to go. He does not want to see a caution. He needs to get all the way back to the start-finish line. I tell you, it's a very frustrating because somebody will pop up on the mic and go, oh, uh-oh, and you're just like, no, no caution. Because if he does not take the white flag, that will be a green-white checker. But as he comes off of turn 4, everything looks good. He's going to take the white flag. All he's got to do is just hit. Oh, yellow flag does come out. Oh, my God. Matt Clemens going around. Unbelievable. If you're Garrett Kinder, you're not happy either. As Matt Clemens goes around right as the leader was going to take the white flag. I'm going to blame that one on Ratchet. Definitely not me. May have been a little broadcaster curses. Matt Clemens still having trouble getting that car going as we go back and see maybe what happened to the 19. Oh, as Charles Stevens gets into the wall as the 19 is coming by, they get together, and that was enough to bring out the cautions. You see right there. Unreal. So people coming down pit road, I can't believe that we're going to get a green-white checkered. Jonathan Cofield not going to be happy with me as I was literally talking about it. First caution of the night on right as he was coming around to take that white flag, talking about how frustrating it is. Unbelievable. But that's it. I mean, that's why that feeling is there, because you know all you got to do is just get that white flag and it's over. And you hear people go, oh, sorry, and then all of a sudden you're having to fight off these guys on a green-white checker. Now, Cofield is going to have, control the restart. He's got 4 brand new tires. Doesn't look like anybody stayed out or could stay out, considering they were a lap down. So he is going to have the lead. Andy Kurt's going to be right there, but that tire advantage that all 11 seconds that he had over Andy Kurtz is now all out the window. It's so frustrating because nothing that you did mattered up now. Now everything just to keep the lead, keep your track position. Outside of that, all that's thrown out the window is now you have to put in 3 solid laps, maybe more if we have another caution. So that's why we go racing. I love it. Now, if you're Garrett Kinder, you're very, very happy to see that as he comes down pit road and able to maintain that 3rd position. Like he was going to save enough to make it to the end, but now it's a the totally different ball game is now he's got the opportunity to maybe win this thing. Racing is just a cruel mistress. Man, Cofield could see Barney with the white flag, and then Barney drops that white flag, brings out the yellow, and now we're going to get a green-white checker. We've seen Kurtz have good short-run speed, able to keep up with the 58. The kicker here, as we get the one to go, you see the waiver rounds going around. The kicker is going to be this restart here. How well 58 gets going. If Andy can stick with him, that could be problematic. What Jonathan Cofield needs is for him to get a really good start, and Garrett Kim to get a good, really good start as well, and bring the 13 side by side with the 5, make them battle it out while he kind of sets sail. So that's what he needs. So, you know, if I'm Andy Kurtz, I'm not running the whole the series. I'm going to get up here, and I'm going to jump that daggone restart. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get up there, and I'm going to think about where I might go if I was him, and I'm going to punch it and just see what happens. If I get black flag, well, whatever. But here we go. We'll go find out. Green-white checker, 1 of 2. Let's see what happens as they get close to the Geico restart zone. How is this going to play out? 3 laps to settle it. They're in the zone now. 58 is going to get a good jump as Garrett Kinder blinks out, and there it is, side by side. Andy Kurtz should have the position, so they are side by side and crash already. Brandon Pollock has crashed, but we stay green as we see if Andy Kurtz got anything. What about Garrett Kinder to make a run here at the lead? They come down 2 laps to go, coming to take that white flag. Andy Kurtz going to drive deep down in the corner. Let me get a better shot here. No yellow flag is what Kurtz is saying, and Cofield. White flag is out. 1 more lap. What can Andy Kurtz do? We've seen him do the video game move before at this track, so we might see a redo. As let's see if Andy Kurtz will do it again. Here's his opportunity. Cofield's like, wait, I've seen this one before. Let's see what Kurtz decides to do. Doesn't do it this time. But going to drive, though, get a good run through the middle. But as they come off of turn 4, Cofield able to hang on and get the win at Darlington. Andy Kurtz comes home in second. Garrett Kinder in third. What a fantastic finish. Was hoping to see the old the old Kurtz wall ride, but we didn't get it tonight. As they go wrecking down the backstretch. And your winner, Jonathan Cofield, takes home the checker flag. 3rd win of the season. Bandit Motorsports, man, they are really showing their strength as we get towards playoffs in every series at the moment. So, all right, your results tonight. Jonathan Cofield, Andy Kurtz, Garrett Kinder, your top 3. Michael Nash with a fantastic finish in 4th. Daniel Cunningham with the top 5. Michael Kostick finishes 6th after hitting the barrels. That's a pretty good comeback win or comeback finish. And Greg Barnett with a 7th place. William Griffith 8th. Tyler Rice in 9th. Brandon Wallace 10th. Mickey Isaac 11th. Stephen McDonald 12th. Jason Lodgers 13th. Charles Stevens Jr. 14th. Chuck Pegleg Phelps 15th. Todd Schott 16th, Thomas Slaw 17th, Matt Clement 18th. Uh, 19th, Brandon Pollock, Aaron Adcock 20th, Aaron Johnson 21st, and Dave Jones rounds out the field. Let's talk to some drivers, see what they thought about the race. I'm sure we'll have some insight tonight. Let's see. Let's start with Garrett Kinder. Comes home in 3rd place. Garrett, this Eddie in the booth. You got me?
What up, Eddie?
What's happening, man? Well, that was fun. I got to know, man, were you able to make it on fuel there if that caution wouldn't come out?
Yeah, I was good by about half a lap.
Wow. Well, that was an impressive drive there. I thought for sure you was going to have to pit again. I saw quite a few guys saving fuel, but you were going to come home with, I think, a 3rd place finish. doing that. Then that caution come out, uh, kind of maybe rejuvenated you just a little bit, but just probably not enough laps to get that going. Talk about your race, man, though.
Well, Eddie, I got into the bullet bubbering a little bit heavy before the race, so it was quite interesting. It was a good time. I enjoyed racing with all these guys. I think it was Andy and Jonathan up there. Man, they were lights out. They had that double pit strategy going on, and they made it work to their advantage 100%. Michael Nash was shortly behind them, so I was a little bit worried about him double pitting. Man, from about the very beginning, as soon as I heard Daniel Cunningham say we could almost make it on one, from that time on, I was kind of planning on just kind of going on one time and seeing if I can make it to the end. That whole second run, I was running about 75% throttle on the straightaways. Griff absolutely blew my doors off, and he pit at the same time I did, so I knew he wasn't going to make it. Uh, Jonathan and Andy came by, and I knew that I was basically just locked in for third as long as I keep Michael behind me. It was just a good time, man. Strategy didn't exactly work out. I wish I could have held on to the lead, but man, it was a good time.
Well, Darlington's always fun. You put on a pretty good show, man. As always, who you got to thank? Any sponsors or shout outs?
Man, I got to thank Kinder Farmer Ranch, of course. Love having them on board, and along with Ratchet Speed Shop. Love getting the text message. My phone's already been going off a couple times, it looks like. So big shout out to them. Big friggin' Cross 5 cattle coolers. If you want to keep your stuff hot and keep your stuff cold for cheaper and longer than anybody else, make sure you check out Big Friggin' Cross 5 cattle coolers, bigfrig.com. Eddie, they got coolers, they got cups, they got the growlers, they got everything under the sun over there. If you're in for some good beverages that are nice and cold or nice and hot, make sure you check them out. Ray Page over at Wolfpack Racing, along with Andy, a couple good guys to know. They're just absolutely awesome guys. My dog that's sitting here whining at me because she needs to go outside. I'll be there in just a minute. Stand by one. All my teammates over at Reaper Racing, just absolutely, man. Everybody over in the league, man. It's just absolute blast run with these guys. Uh, couldn't ask for a better group of guys running with these cars. They changed them up a little bit, but they're still a blast to run. And man, I better get off here before my dog goes in the floor. So I'll let you go.
All right, man. Good finish.
Thank you, bud.
Garrett Kander, third place. Let's talk to Andy Kurtz. Andy, the setting booth, you got me?
Yeah, what's up? Gotcha.
Well, man, I'm disappointed. You want to know why?
I'm gonna say you and me both, but why are you disappointed?
I'm disappointed because I didn't see the video game wall ride, the Patton Kurtz wall ride into turn 4. Elected not to do it. What happened, man?
Oh man, yeah, that would have been a good one. I was thinking about that about halfway through the race because I was just about out of ways to try to beat Cofield.
Well, where do you think
Going
he
through
was
that race.
better than you? You could see him for a while. You could see what he was doing maybe a little bit different. What do you think was the difference? Because I mean, you and him were out on an island by yourself. I mean, some guys are doing some fuel saving strategy, but I don't think it mattered. I think you two were definitely in your own zip codes. What do you think the difference was between maybe you in the field and then also between you and Cofield?
I thought we were pretty even for a little bit, but I told him I guess at the beginning of the race I was ahead of him and he was behind me, and I told him I was trying so hard to keep him behind me because I just knew how tough it'd be for me to get back around him. And then of course he goes, oh, I was just riding around. So I was like, well, that makes me feel like you definitely deserve to be out in front. So no, he was a lot quicker. In 1 and 2, well, I think he was quicker in both ends of the track. To be honest, I was getting in the wall a little bit in turn 3 and 4. I couldn't figure out. Mess with my brake bias a lot during the race, and just trying to figure out a way to be a little bit quicker than him. But he just kept pulling ahead. I guess every now and then he'd have a bad lap or get behind lap traffic, and I think I was onto something. But he was the class of the field for sure. That was an awesome win by him.
Well, it looked like it was fun out there. These cars, this track. I mean, Darlington really never disappoints. Did you have a lot of fun out there tonight?
Oh yeah, for sure, absolutely. This is one of my favorite tracks. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of it's really just you and the track. This is one of the tracks where I feel like you can practice by yourself and have a lot of fun, run 50 laps just because it's real tough to keep it out of the wall and keep the laps quick. So yeah, this is a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I mean, it went green pretty much the whole race. I couldn't believe that caution came out with. Probably the yellow flag was Yeah, just about to be, or the white flag was just about to come out. So I couldn't believe that happened. So figured that was my one shot. But yeah, no, good race by everyone.
Well, Andy, as always, congratulations and any sponsors or shout outs.
Thanks, man. Yeah, no, just want to thank everyone here. And just let me race with them. I want to thank you for a great broadcast. Really love going back in and watching these. I want to thank my awesome teammates, Travis and Brett Bieber. It's been a lot of fun racing with them. Learning with them and learning with you guys over the past. I think it's been a little over a year I've been racing with you guys with them. So yeah, it's just been a blast.
All right, man. Well, congratulations.
Thanks, man. See you.
All right, let's bring the winner in, Jonathan Cofield. Jonathan Cofield putting that flag down in the Arca series, saying this is mine. Maybe doing a little PP in the area, letting everybody know whose this is. Jonathan, you got me.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, dominating performance, man. Hell of a job. You really set yourself apart once you was able to get around Andy Kurtz. It really was no looking back. Some people tried some different strategy, but it didn't matter. A one stop, two stop doesn't matter whenever you're running as fast and consistent as you are. You're able to kind of negate that strategy and control the race. Um, Tell me about it. I mean, tell me how you put that much hurting on the whole field because these some good drivers in here. What's the difference?
Yeah, Andy Kurtz had me worried. The first 10 laps, he apologized for getting in the wall. I was like, man, I was just following you. Just trying to keep Kinder from catching us. And I told him I almost hit him in the back bumper once or twice, saying, "Go, man, go." But uh, I don't know. I really like this track. I don't know if they up with the car update or the track update. There's something about turn 1 and 2. I was kind of just letting off the throttle and letting it coast into the white line. And when I got up by the wall, it's like I could feel it stick with my steering wheel right before I got to the wall. So I mean, I could just throttle on once the tires wore out. And I don't know if that's what it was or me just keeping the tires up under me. Or I know I hit the wall about 20 times. Every time I'd catch a car, it'd make the car push, and I'd get in the wall a little bit, but didn't do enough damage to tear nothing up. So
Well, definitely head and shoulders above most people. You and Andy Kurtz about the only ones in the same zip code, and I think maybe you had you forged your own zip code. Um, Now,
yeah, he had me worried.
at the end
That
there,
green white checkered, yeah.
at the end there, as you're coming off of turn 4, I was calling it, going coming off turn 4, getting ready to take the white flag, and oh no, yellow flag is out. Tell me
Oh
what's
God.
going through your head as you got a 12-second lead. Just a fantastic, race that you put together, and it all coming down to 3 green flag laps.
Yeah, green white checkered. I went ahead and pulled down pit road. My teammate's like, "You pitting?" I said, "Yeah," because if I don't pit, everybody else is gonna pit. So I pitted, and with only 6 cars on the lead lap, I figured I might could make quick work out of them in 3 laps. But luckily, everybody come down, or the 6 that was on the lead lap. So just had to make sure I got a good jump on Andy there and beat him into 1. About crashed off the 2, but was able to gather it up and take off from there.
Well, were you worried there on the last corner of the last lap here at Darlington? Were you worried about the patented Andy Kurtz wall ride? Were you worried about that at all?
Nah, we're good. He ain't gonna do that again. But we it was all a mishap. But I drove it in a little too. I actually missed 3 and 4, and luckily I was on the outside and couldn't let him get a run on the inside because I overdrove drove the shit out of it. So
Well, good race, man. Three wins on the season. Everybody
yes,
else just got one, so doing a fantastic job getting ready for these playoffs to start. You're solidly in the first round, and I would say you're probably the favorite for the championship. But as
if the
always, man,
router keeps running,
what's that?
I said if the router keeps running, keep the internet coming.
There you go. Well, as always, man, who you got to thank? I think Verizon or T-Mobile ought to be your first sponsor. But yeah, who you
Yeah.
got to thank? Sponsor shout outs.
Just you doing the broadcast always do a great job. Uh, Brandon Wallace, all the admins that make the Arca series so fun to drive. Warren School of Racing Etiquette, Gofield Asphalt Refinishing, Peg Leg Phelps. September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, so just think of all the little fellas that are going through a whole lot more than we do every day.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations, Jonathan Cofield, dominating performance. And Darlington's one of those you love to win. So, congratulations again. We'll see you next week.
Thank you, sir.
Well, there you have it, man. Another fantastic race. Good finish. Caution there late. Made, at least make the race winner somebody that dominated the race. Make them nervous a little bit. And that's exactly what happened. But good race. Another great ARCA race. I want to thank all our sponsors. Thank Brandon Wallace and everybody watching. Y'all have a good night. We'll see you next week.